Pitch for Henry, and he's going to get the first down and more. Henry off to the races down the sideline. Can they catch him? They won't. Henry breaking free. 20, 25, off to the races. They may not catch him. They won't catch him. Touchdown. Henry found a little room, found a lot of room, and here he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, Tennessee.
Welcome back to the Tennessee Sports Hub. I am your host, Cedar, and this is Talkin Two-Tone. So today, I'm going to be previewing the Week 8 matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And I'll do that first by taking a look at the injuries for both teams. I'll take a look at the stats so far in the seasons for both teams. I will take a look at the quarterbacks and compare them. I will compare the running backs, the offensive and defensive stars for both teams. I will provide my keys for the game. And at the very end of the video, I will give my prediction as well as an alternate betting line that I'm going to take. But if you're new around here, be sure to like the video if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Tell me how you think the game's going to go. Give me your prediction and a spread, well, an alternate spread. I don't want to hear that you think it's going to be -2.5. Give me an alternate spread for how you think the game's going to go. Let's get into this. All right, so first, taking a look at the injuries for the Titans. Fullback Torrey Carter is out with a neck injury, did not practice Wednesday or Thursday. He may practice Friday, but I doubt it. And even if he does, he's not going to be playing this week. Jeffrey Simmons did not practice either day. I kind of feel like he's going to be playing. I haven't heard anything to the contrary. With that being said, I think these have just been 2 rest days. Ryan Tannehill did not practice Wednesday, limited participation on Thursday. I actually do not know if Ryan's going to be able to go in this game. I really hope so. I really don't know how we're going to do if Malik Willis is in the game. Rashad Weaver, back injury, not playing. Dylan Cole, hamstring, full participation on Thursday. He should be in. Here's the good news. We're getting on a string of players here. Dylan Cole, Morgan Cox, Nate Davis, Bud Dupree, Ben Jones. Of course, Ben Jones, he got injured in the last game. And I'm not really worried about his injury because, and if you are, let me just go ahead and insert this clip right here.
About 1:15 on the clock. That's without getting a first down. As Henry is still going! Oh! That's an angry run!
All right, hopefully you're not that concerned anymore. He did that after he was injured in that game. He's going to be playing this Sunday. We're going to be just fine. But all those other guys are going to be coming back. Going to be healthy in this game. David Long, he was limited participation on Wednesday, limited participation again on Thursday. I kind of hope that he can maybe take Friday off, recover a little more. I'm recording this late Thursday night. Hopefully he can recover a little bit more and be good to go for Sunday. But if not, Zach Cunningham has been full participation in practice this week, and he should be making a comeback in this game. Joe Jones, he's also good to go. Don't know how much he'll actually be in the game though. But for the Texans, Jerry Hughes did not practice, non-injury related. I actually couldn't find why Jerry Hughes and Brandon Cooks were not practicing, but it's non-injury related, and I don't see an article on it, so it must not be that serious. Maybe I'm not looking that hard. Anyhow, they're going to be good to go for this game. All signs are pointing in that direction. Coach Vrabel came out in his press conference, said he was keying in on Brandon Cooks, how good how effective he is in the running game at blocking. But with that being said, they're not nearly as banged up as we are. They only have 3 guys that probably won't be playing in this game. So as far as the injuries go, Houston's going to be in pretty good shape. Moving on to the stats for the season. For the Titans, our offense is averaging 108.7 rushing yards a game. That's 29th in the league, 165.5 passing yards a game, 5th in the league, and 19.2 points per game, 27th in the league. We're not scoring a lot of points, but we're pretty efficient with the ball. And last week, Randy Bullock, 4 for 4 on field goals, won the game for us. We didn't score a single offensive touchdown. That's really not helping our points per game. We had the pick 6. Really turned the tide for us against the Colts. I really think we lose that game without that kind of momentum. But for our defense, we're only allowing 121 rushing yards per game. I mean, I said only, but that's 21st best in the league. I don't see the Texans running for a lot tomorrow. I really don't. I feel like they're going to be trying to pass the ball, and if they do try to run it, I don't think they're going to find success. Our defense is allowing 277.5 passing yards per game. That's 31st in the league like I said, Davis Mills is going to absolutely cook tomorrow, but not for as much as some people are saying he's going to go for. Stick around to the prediction and see how much I think he's going to go for. Our defensive line, 21.3 points per game. We've got 16 sacks on the year and 10 takeaways, 6 interceptions, and 4 fumbles recovered. I think we've forced 6 fumbles, however. For the Texans offense, they're rushing around 100.7 rushing yards per game. That's 24th best in the league. 209.3 passing yards. That's 25th best in the league, and 17.7 points per game. Their defense has 164.7 rushing yards a game, 247 passing, 22.3 defense. They have 22.3 points per game allowed as a defense, 12 sacks, 8 takeaways, 6 interceptions, 2 fumbles recovered. I feel like both teams are probably going to force a turnover tomorrow. I really hope the Titans don't throw an interception. I really hope we don't fumble the ball, but I feel like there's probably going to be a pick tomorrow. If Ryan plays, he's injured, maybe he can't drive the ball as hard, or if Malik plays, he's a rookie. Yeah, I feel like we might have a pick tomorrow. For a quarterback comparison, Ryan Tannehill is 95-146 on the year. That's 65% from the field. 1,097 yards, 11.5 average, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Didn't have either last week. He's been sacked 14 times. He's only fumbled the ball once, and he has 1 rushing touchdown on the year, which is actually kind of below par for Tannehill since he's been in Tennessee. For the Texans, Davis Mills is actually having a pretty decent year, but really not great as well. For what I expected Davis Mills, I say this is a pretty decent year. 1,350 yards. His problem has come in with he's thrown 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and 63% completion rate. That gives him an 83.6 QBR. He's been sacked 13 times, but he has not fumbled the ball. If you take away those interceptions, he's been playing pretty good. He threw for over 300 yards a couple of games ago, and he could really potentially do that again tomorrow. Moving on to the running backs, Derrick Henry kind of getting his feet going again. He's got 134 carries on the season, 536 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4.0 average, 1 fumble on the season, but he's had 3 straight 100-yard games. For the Texans, Dameon Pierce has 106 carries on the season, 504 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.75 average, but I do not think he's going to have a good day tomorrow again. I think they're really going to struggle in the rushing attack. He's got 2 fumbles on the season, and he's only had 1 100-yard game on the season. Moving on to some other offensive stars, Robert Woods is probably going to be our leading receiver tomorrow. He has been all season. He's got 20 receptions, 230 yards, 1 touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, I expect him to catch another pass out of the backfield, probably a swing. They tried to get him on a little swing route out to the flat last week twice. Once he caught it and got hit short of the first down. The second he caught it, actually he didn't catch it, it hit him in the hands and then bounced off of his hands and out of bounds as he got hit. And it was a 4th down after that, and we had to kick a field goal. So hopefully he can hold on to the ball this week, but he's got 3 touchdowns on the season, 132 yards, and he's averaging 11 a catch. For the Texans, Nico Collins has 18 receptions, 305 yards. He has big time catches when he does make a catch. Brandon Cooks is by far the leading receiver, but he's catching them short almost every single time. He's got 28 catches, 281 yards. That's right around 10 yards per reception, and he's got 1 touchdown on the season. So we have to really lock him down and Nico tomorrow. We don't want to see Davis get going. And the key to that is going to be our pass rush. How is our defensive line performing tomorrow? And I think they're going to be doing great. Nick Westbrook-Akina coming along even more this season. It doesn't really show as far as his reception numbers, but the timing of these catches, crucial. As always, since he's been in Tennessee, when he's been on the field and he's been making catches, it's 3rd down, or it's late game, or it's late in the half, or we're down big. It's always when we need him, he comes through. I'll put him on here because I think he's going to come through again for us this week. I don't think Chris Conley's going to be doing much for us. He's not been here long enough. I think Nick Westbrook-Akina is going to do well. Mason Kinsey, we'll probably see him quite a bit Sunday. I'm hoping at least, and I know the rest of the fans are as well. Austin Hooper is coming along really well for us as well. He's got 9 receptions. I think he had 3 last week, maybe 4. He's got 111 yards. He had a massive, amazing Houdini catch, as they said on CBS last week. He's got 12.3 average, and I look for him to get 3-4 more catches on Sunday. O.J. Howard, is their big red zone threat. He's got 5 catches, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he's averaging around 15 yards per reception. Jordan Atkins, another really good tight end for them, 10 catches, 154 yards, and a touchdown. We need to lock down the tight ends in the red zone, or Davis Mills could be giving us problems. Key is, keep them out of the red zone, destroy their rushing attack, get pressure. Then they won't really have time to establish a good pocket because we're going to be blitzing every time, or it's just not going to be a good day for them. For our defensive stars, hopefully David Long's good to go. He's our leading tackler on the season, 45 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 deflections, and 2 interceptions. Kevin Byard, our defensive captain, I would say, probably the best safety in the league, I would say, free safety that is. 41 tackles, 1 deflection, 1 interception. Hopefully he gets another pick tomorrow. People kind of try not to throw his way as of recent. A couple years ago he had 3 interceptions in one game against the Browns. We haven't seen anything like that in a while. Hopefully he can do that again soon. But I would take 1 on Sunday. Christian Kirksey, he's going to be absolutely crucial on Sunday. He's got 44 tackles so far this season, 2 for a loss, 1 sack, 2 deflection, an interception, and a fumble recovered. The Texans, if they want any chance of winning this football game, are going to need Christian Kirksey to show up in a big way. Jonathan Owens is also going to be needed when trying to stop Derrick Henry, bottle him up. He's got 56 tackles and 2 deflections on the season. For the defensive line, Jeffrey Simmons, 24 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 3 deflections, 4.5 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Looking for him to have 3-4 tackles tomorrow, that's it, but I expect him to be controlling and dominating the line of scrimmage all day long, pushing the center or the guard back into the quarterback's face, back into his lap, wreaking havoc. He might get a sack. I know he'll probably get at least a half of a sack tomorrow. I'll go ahead and say that right now. Amani Hooker came back last week and played a phenomenal game. 22 tackles on the season, 2 deflection, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovered. Jerry Hughes, don't know if he's going to be playing, but like I said, I couldn't find anything on it. He's not injured. He should be good to go. They're going to need him, and they're going to need Rasheem Green too. They need both of these guys really bad. 12 tackles on the season, 3 for a loss, 4 sacks, 1 deflection, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble as a defensive end. Rasheem Green has 20 tackles, 1 deflection, 3.5 sacks, and 4 TFLs. But next, I'm just going to go ahead and move on to my keys to the game. For the Titans, if Ryan plays, we have to protect him at all costs. He's already injured. I don't know if it's knee or his ankle. I know he had a high ankle sprain, but there might be more to it that they're not telling us about. We absolutely have to protect him. We cannot lose Ryan for the season or for the game. The King has owned the city of Houston since he has been in Nashville. We have to feed him tomorrow. We have to finish drives with touchdowns. We have to continue pressuring the quarterback like we have every single week. Simmons and crew need to dominate the line of scrimmage, and I think they'll do that just fine. Our linebackers have been playing excellent in coverage so far this season. I hope they can keep that up tomorrow. And we're on a 4-game win streak. Our hopes are high. We've been playing well. We've been executing well. I mean, we had a lot to build off of, a lot to critique, of course, a lot to work on, but we're feeling good. The Texans are not. They're desperate. I think we're going to be fine. We're on a 4-game win streak. We're looking to make it 5 tomorrow, or on Sunday, sorry. For the Houston Texans, they got to protect the quarterback, obviously. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming from our defensive line. They got to capitalize on the Titans' poor, terrible pass defense. I mean, we're 31st in the league as far as yards allowed. Might be 32nd after Sunday. They got to be smart with the rock, though. He's got 5 interceptions on the year to his 7 touchdowns. He can't have an interception on Sunday. They have to absolutely try to everything. They got to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, to try to slow Derrick Henry down on Sunday. Hughes and Green both need to be in the game, and they need to get home to Ryan Tannehill or Malik Willis, whoever's in the game. And they have to, at whatever cost, keep Randy Bullock off the football field. After winning the AFC Player of the Week, keep Randy Bullock off the football field. He will put you out of the game. But now I'm going to move on to my prediction and my alternate betting line. So, my prediction for the Sunday's game is Titans. Our pass rush will continue to dominate the game. We're going to get 3 sacks minimum. Derrick Henry is going to continue embarrassing the Houston Texans at least 150 yards and at least 1 touchdown. The Texans pass rush are going to find some success. No matter who's in the game, they're going to get at least 2 sacks. Mills is going to feel the heat of the Titans pass rush. He's going to have at least, at most 250 yards passing. He will not go over 250 yards passing, and he will not have more than 1 touchdown. A wounded Ryan Tannehill is going to deliver on Sunday. 150 yards minimum. Last week I said I think 225. He did not get that. He got hurt. He missed almost a quarter, but that was mainly because the Colts were on. Well, he got taken out. We punted. Colts were on the field for the rest of the quarter basically. He comes back in, doesn't get anywhere near it. I think he had like 180 yards or 160 yards, something like that. It was terrible. Maybe even less than that. I'd have to go back and look. But he's going to have at least 150, even though we're going to be feeding the king all game long. Even if we get behind, we're going to be running against Houston. That's just what we do. Derrick owns the Texans. With that said, the Titans win, and I'm going with a -5.5 alternate spread. The Titans are going to win by at least 6 points. That's plus 136 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Let me know what you take as far as your bet goes down below in the comments. If yours hit, make sure you send me a screenshot on Twitter if you took mine, or if you thought that I was going to be wrong, so you took something else, and I'll be sure to give you a retweet and say I was wrong. But with that said, that's going to do it for this preview. Like the video, comment below, tell me how you think the game's going to go, and subscribe to the channel. Peace.